In knowledge management system, we have already discussed what is data, what is information, what is knowledge, what is wisdom, what is basic different types of knowledge, that is explicit knowledge and implicit knowledge. Today we'll see the knowledge management systems, or what is knowledge management and all those things. So what is knowledge management? Knowledge management is the process of creating, sharing, using and managing the knowledge and information of an organization. Okay, so means what? Knowledge management is a process. If it is a process, then there might be some stages, there might be some interdependent components. So on the basis of that, what are those components? Some components were used to create knowledge, some components were used for sharing knowledge, some for using knowledge and managing that knowledge. So these components are linked together so that the organization will use that knowledge for better decision making purpose. So in short, decision management is a process of creating, sharing, using, and managing the knowledge and information of an organization. The next part comes into picture, that is knowledge management system. System, as we know that system is nothing but any IT enabled mechanisms. So knowledge management system refers to any kind of IT systems that stores, retrieves knowledge, improves collaboration, locate knowledge sources, mine repositories from hidden knowledge, capture and use knowledge for enhancing knowledge management processes. So in knowledge management systems, what we are doing, we are storing all the knowledge captured by different capturing mechanisms. We retrieve the knowledge for better decision making purpose. The knowledge management system improves collaboration between different components that are interacting with your knowledge management system. Also, knowledge management system is locating the knowledge sources where the knowledge is located in from different data repositories. It mines repositories for hidden knowledge. One better good example is Google search engine. When you search anything from a Google, it searches from different repositories and gives you better result as per the user requirement, and capture and uses the knowledge for enhancing knowledge management process. So knowledge management system is a system which is used to assist managers for decision making purpose, and for that purpose the system should capture the knowledge, it should store the knowledge, it should easily retrieve the knowledge, and it should give the timely input to the decision makers. So for that purpose, the system which is used, that systems are called as knowledge management systems. Then while designing a knowledge management systems, or while implementing knowledge management systems, you have to ask some questions and you should get some answers of those questions, like what will knowledge management achieve? So what is the basic need of knowledge management? If I implement a knowledge management system for my organization, then what things I will achieve? What is the scope and what is out of scope? When I implement knowledge management system, what things I will cover, which is not possible for me to cover? Where will the business benefits come from? If I implement the system, then how, what different types of tangible or intangible benefits I will come, my business will get, my organization will get? Those things you have to study. What are the key business drivers? Means which things that are drives our business, those things are getting involved in the knowledge management system or not, whether they are getting benefits of this or not, that you have to study. What is the scale of the benefits? If I implement the knowledge management system, how much benefit I will get, that also you have to identify. What knowledge should be focused on first? So I am the, what is the basic motto or basic intention to implement or use the knowledge management system, that you have to identify. If the main focus is achieving, then we can see the knowledge management system will be really helpful for your organization. If those things are not achieving, if you are not getting more benefits from your knowledge management system, then we can say the proposed system is not so good. Then who needs to be engaged? So if I use knowledge management systems, so how many members are required? Whether those number of members I am having or not, those members are having adequate knowledge or not. So those things also you have to take into consideration. Then how do we engage people? So if I use knowledge management system, so what role and responsibilities I have to assign to the members, and where and how do we start? From where I have to start my process? All those questions you have to think first, and you have to get the answer of all those questions. And if all questions gives favor to the implementation of the knowledge management system, then only you have to go ahead with knowledge management system implementation. Getting? So before starting a knowledge management system or before implementing knowledge management system, those things you have to take into consideration first. Then we'll see the basic difference between conventional life cycle of systems and knowledge management life cycle. So in case of SDLC, system development life cycle, you might be studied the different 7 steps of SDLC. Those steps are recognition of need and feasibility study. So in first step, we are discussing about what is the basic need of proposed system, where the system is needed or not. And if you identify the system is needed, then we are checking its feasibility, whether the system is technically feasible or not, economically feasible or not, operationally feasible or not. All types of feasibility or study we are discussing, we are taking into consideration before starting your development of system or implementation of certain system. So if all questions gives feasible solution, if all feasible studies gives the importance of the system, then the second part comes into picture, that is functional requirement specification. Once you decided to go ahead with the new system or implement new system, then you are discussing about what different functional components are required for your systems. Getting? Then once you decided what should be your system supposed to do, what facilities, what services your system should have, and then you are going about, once you decided the functional requirements, and if you prepare the SRS, system requirement specification, then the third point comes into picture, that is logical design. That is nothing but a master design plan. In this case, we are designing all types of designs, that may be input design, output design, process designs, database design, system flow chart, data flow chart, all types of designs we are designing a logical design phase. Once the logical design phase is completed, then by using different tools and techniques, technologies, we're actually designing the particular application. That is the coding phase. Then once the designing is phase is once the coding phase is completed, the testing phase comes into picture. In testing phase, as per the SRS and as per the test cases designed in case of, when you are in the logical design, we are verifying the test cases with the actual physical design. And if there is some issues, then the iterations takes place. You have to modify the physical design, that is you have to do necessary changes in coding, and you have to do this same iteration till all physical design or all coding will work as per your functional requirement. Then once the system is ready, then you have to implement that system on the users or client machine and give the user training to the end users. And last, when user uses your system, then if you found some errors, if you found some issues, or if the end user needs some additional services to your system, then you have to do the maintenance of that particular system. So these are 7 steps of conventional system life cycle. But in case of knowledge management life cycle, there are 8 different phases, and that phases are very important to learn. The first step is that evaluate existing infrastructure. When you are going to implement knowledge management system for your organization, you have to evaluate first from your side whether the required technology, required hardware, required human resources, required human knowledge is available with you or not. Those things you have to evaluate first. If you identify we are having all those things, then next part you have to take into consideration, that is formation of knowledge management team. In this case, when you decided to go ahead with knowledge management system by after evaluating this all components of your organization, then you have to decide different members, the team members that are needed for knowledge management implementation. For this purpose, we need a knowledge management specialist, knowledge management leader, in IT analyst, business analyst, then knowledge manager, subject matter expert, knowledge sponsor, knowledge management sponsor, trainer. These are n number of different members are required. So you have to appoint those members. You have to identify those members to work as a KM team members. Then third thing, that is knowledge capture. You have to identify from where you can get the knowledge. What are different roles, different sources from where you can capture the knowledge. So those points you have to identify, those inputs you have to identify. that those things you are doing with discussing with knowledge capture. How you are capturing that knowledge, how you are repositorying that knowledge, how you are retrieving the knowledge. Those logical design, or we can say thinking part, comes under this capturing steps. Then fourth, actual design of knowledge management system blueprint. This is like your coding phase of your conventional life cycle. In KMS blueprint, what you are doing, what is the expectation, on the basis of that whether the system is working or not, and on the basis of that we are creating a blueprint of working of knowledge management system. We will see in detail knowledge management system blueprint in subsequent presentation or subsequent slides, we can say. Then you have to verify and validate the knowledge management system. The system what is developed, that is as per our expectation or not. If that is having some lacunas, if that is having some deviation from the expectation and reality, then you have to do iteration. You have to redesign the KMS blueprint. You have to do necessary changes in that particular software, particular systems. In this way, till you get the error free, or you can say up to mark system, then and then only you are going for implementing the knowledge management system. We have to implement those systems to check whether the system is working as per our expectation or not. Then manage changes and reward structures. Means what? When we implement the system, if the client, or you can say if the need of business changes, then on the basis of that you have to do necessary changes in your system. And last, four system validations. Here we are taking the feedback of your system, whether the system is